Hey, how you doing? Zeman here, and we have a fantastic foursome for your face coming up. We are live on Kempville campus, and it is dynamic, it is intimate, it is up close, and you are going to love it. And it's part of our singer-songwriter circle, and it's brought to you by Kempville Live Music Festival. Hello there, my name's Zeman, and welcome to Live at the Library on Kempville campus for the first and hopefully not last singer-songwriter circle brought to you by Kempville Live Music Festival. And we have four very talented performers here for you today. And I'm going to start on my left with Kimberly Sunstrum. Then we have Brock Zeman, or Z-Man as I've been told. I think we might be kin, I'm Zeman. Also have Julie Corrigan, and we also have Keith Glass. Welcome to Kempville campus, and I believe Keith Glass is going to get things started. And I'm just curious what song you're going to be singing for us today.
I'm going to play a song I just wrote. I would have to give inspiration to the great Bobby Charles, late great Bobby Charles, who was a Louisiana songwriter. Was a huge fan of his. Anyway, this is just called You Can't Blame Me. Sometimes it gets to take some time. Just let a little time go by. Well, something's bound to come to mind. Maybe take another try. You can't forget about the heartaches and all those lonely hurting times. Some things are hard to lose, but you can't blame me for trying. Well, if there's one thing that I know, it's that I'll never understand everything I try to hold. Just turn water through my hands. Turn away and never look back. You might leave some things behind, and I never will forget them. But you can't blame me for trying. You can't just walk away. There's no way to say goodbye. You can't count on me. I will keep you on my mind. And now it's raining after midnight, and there is no one else around. I've been walking, I've been thinking, can you hear that lonesome sound? Looking for an answer. Maybe it's just a little peace of mind. And I'll probably never find it, but you can't blame me for trying. No, I know I'll never find can't blame me for trying.
And that was Keith Glass live at the library on Kempville campus. And it's the first ever singer-songwriter circle. And I'd like to ask you a couple of questions there, Keith, if you don't mind. And I'm curious.
Let's find out.
What has it been like not being able to play and being here right now with a small audience to be able to perform?
You know, I wouldn't say I'm a deeply philosophical person, but overall, I've been pretty good with this whole thing. It's great to play, but it's been okay not playing. I've been doing other things and writing songs and spending a lot of really great time with my family. So I refer to myself lately as the butler, and I dig it. It's a good job. I highly recommend it.
Right.
I wish I'd thought of it years ago and taken it up professionally. I'd be buttling up a storm, but I'm having a good time. Life is okay.
Right. And what do you love most about music? What's been so fulfilling?
It's all about the money for me. Always has been.
Sure. You know, so you've obviously been doing this for a long time. So what is it that's been so fulfilling that you can come to a point in time like this during a coronavirus, a pandemic, and still feel full even though you're not playing the gigs?
Wow, that's a good one. That's a deep one, and a lot of answers to that. I don't know if there's enough time in the day to describe how music has filled my life, changed my life, introduced me to people and places and things, some of them sitting up here today. And it's hard to describe what music is, you know, but it's great, and it's always here. So in this context, for example, no, we're not in a big field on a giant stage playing in front of people, but through the miracle of the interweb, we're beaming out to all kinds of people. So you can't stop it, right? You can't stop music. It's going to happen.
Right. Well, thank you very much.
Well, thank you very much.
Julie Corrigan now is going to take some time and play a track.
This is a original song called Home. It's about where I grew up in Shawville, Quebec. There's a town that I'm from, not far away, just down the road up the 148, where the river runs wild and we were to find in our own world. All we had was time, yeah. Couldn't wait to leave, couldn't wait to roam, couldn't wait to breathe the air that ain't your home. But you will come back, and when you do, there'll be a song pining for you, 'cause I'll be waiting for you. The wolves will be calling, the skies will still be blue, and I'll be waiting for you. The wolves will be calling, the skies will still be blue. Where Johnny ran, well, that's where he lays. Put flowers every summer at his grave. Well, I miss him so, he was my friend. What I wouldn't give to hold him in my summer, we'll start a fire. Play songs till 3 in the morning, and we'll run wild. 'Cause it's where we're from, it is our home. Feet in the sand, feel it in your bones. 'Cause I'll be waiting for you. The wolves will be calling, the skies will still be blue, and I'll be waiting for you. The wolves will be calling, the skies will still be blue, 'cause you are my man. 'Cause you are my man. 'Cause you are my man. You understand. You are my man.
And that was Julie Corrigan, a little bit of Keith Glass in there. Pretty soon you're going to be up here holding the microphone. And now we're going to move on to another individual right here live at the library on Kempville campus. This gentleman goes by the name of Brock Zeman. Take it away.
Wind's trying to blow on through the front door. The rain sound like God driving nails, sitting in a smoking by the candles. All the lights are out in town. No use in trying the TV. Guitar hasn't spoke to me in days. Only things shaking round here are my hands in the trees outside my window panes. Hands on the clock, they're nailed on. Time won't die, it just grins and it laughs. Ain't nothing left to do for a poor boy. You gotta push them stones through the hourglass. My ears are aching for some talking. My belly's growling for some heat. My arms are reaching for a woman. Ooh. My legs are searching for Main Street. Guess I could call up Crazy Cindy. She sure can dance good loady-loo. With one hand she'll cure you lonely. With the other she'll be taking round in your pocketbook. Hands on the clock, they're nailed on. Time won't die, it just grins and it laughs. Ain't nothing left to do for a poor boy. You gotta push them stones through the hourglass. You can go out every evening, have you a high time, big boy. But when your money will run dry, 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 you've been paying double for the night you should have spent at home. Hands on the clock, they're nailed on. Time won't die, it just grins and it laughs. Ain't nothing left to do for a poor boy. You gotta push them stones. You gotta push them stones. You gotta push them stones on through the hourglass. You gotta push them stones. You gotta push them stones. You gotta push them stones.
And that was Brock Zeman at the first Singer-Songwriter Circle. And it's been quite the dynamic group thus far in different styles, and I'm really enjoying it. Live at the library on Kempville campus. And now we're going to pass over to Kimberly Sunstrum.
Thanks so much. I've been wondering how many times we can go around and around and around. Can you come closer, babe? I think I have something I want to share with you. 'Cause you fit right with me, and we could do anything. I've been thinking long and hard about the countless ways to get you to come with me, and now I don't know why you'd wanna pass this up. I know that I would measure up, 'cause you fit right with me, and we could do anything. And now you're going away. I don't know what is left to say. You've been weighing on my mind. I hope it's not too long, just a moment that you're gone. By the time that you return, I'll still be waiting. 'Cause you fit right with me, and we could do anything. We could do anything, anything. I've been wondering how many times we can go around and around and around.
And that was Kimberly Sunstrum,
Thanks so much.
live at the library on Kempville campus. And I'm just going to ask while it's hot,
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
because you're a very soulful singer.
Thank you so much.
And when you're singing, where are you?
That's a great question, actually.
I don't think I've ever been asked that question. Look at you with the good questions. I kind of like try to create a bubble when I'm performing, because it's like such a wonderful thing when you can get into the place of where you were when you were writing the song and the emotions that you were feeling when you're writing the song, and expand that bubble to whoever else is in the room and like bring them into that bubble, and like it's a safe bubble, don't worry. The word bubble has now been changed thanks to COVID, but that's kind of how I try to feel it, and I often kind of get like a little bit lost in the song because I really try to pull back to where I was when I was writing that song, but it's such a wonderful feeling when you can feel everybody else kind of getting on board and like moving in that same movement, and it's so tangible, and it's just a really addictive, wonderful feeling, which is why I do what I do.
Right, and you also spoke of just bringing people into your bubble, and obviously with the pandemic, you're not able to do that in front of crowds, so I'm guessing that kind of brings you maybe a little bit deeper inside. What's one thing that you've maybe discovered about yourself during this period of time that maybe you otherwise wouldn't have?
Oh, turns out I don't like being alone. I was really worried that I wasn't going to be writing when this all went down because, as musicians as artists, we're so sensitive. And I was really worried that I was kind of going to get into this like spiral of working towards wellness and coping and not being able to create. But I've been really fortunate that writing has been at the forefront. And I guess that's something like a little silver lining that with the time and the space and the headspace to be able to kind of sit quietly with myself, I've been able to create more and write differently as well. So that's been really interesting.
Julie, so obviously your inspiration, the song that you sang, was about home.
Yeah.
So what are some of your other inspirations when it comes to your music?
I usually write about when something's bothering me, and that's about it, really.
Yeah, kind of like Adele. She has her albums after her age and the problems that she goes through. What's the one thing that you've been able to teach people, you think, through your music?
How to cry or feel sad, maybe, get depressed, that it's okay to talk about it, I don't know.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so you find that you have a little bit of an obligation in regards to being a storyteller.
Sure. It does happen.
Right.
It ends up happening.
And is there one particular moment that you can maybe bring us back to where you could see your music touching someone in that type of way?
Just if someone has experienced the same thing that I did in a relationship or just any life situation, and then they come up to me after the show and say, oh, the same thing happened to me and it made me feel so much better, or to hear that song.
Relatability. And then when you write your songs, are you writing them for yourself, or are you also thinking about that relatability to the audience?
No. I write for myself, but everything that I experience, I think everyone pretty much does experience, so it ends up happening
Okay.
naturally.
Zeman, what's up, brother? I love your style, and I'm curious, number one, who your influences would be.
There's a lot of them. I get a lot of Tom Waits, Steve Earle sort of stuff. It was anyone with a raspy voice I get compared to.
Right.
It doesn't matter the genre of music. It doesn't matter anything.
Mm-hmm. And did that change over time? Let's say when you first started playing music, it was one guy. Then, you turn 20 and then it's going to be this dude.
Yeah, like I'm starting to hear Leonard Cohen more.
Right.
They're just skipping through all the deep-voiced, growly people, and I'm fine with it, I guess. I mean, the first, it was Steve Earle, John Prine, then Tom Waits, and now it's Leonard Cohen.
Right.
Over a 15-year period.
So how does it work then for you personally in regards to evolving as a musician based on some of the influences that you listen to? Are you always like 50% Cohen, or do the percentages change based on who you're listening to?
I'm always trying to make something sound different than the last song, and especially lyrically. Now I'm paying a little more attention to the guitar playing, but generally not to repeat myself. I've already done that enough, I think, in my career.
Okay, and they also say that, musicians, artists, actors, they're kind of a reflection of the times. And We're in some really bizarre times. Well, we're doing this right now. There's a bunch of cameras around and we're not live on stage. What obligation do you feel you have in regards to telling the story of the time that we're living through right now?
Zero.
That's good. So there's no influence at all based on these times.
No.
You're just going to continue to write music from in here opposed to what's going on
Yeah, I
out
don't,
there.
I try not to write about current events or anything like that.
Right.
Just make it up as I go along, and if I get a line that I like, that will be a song.
Right. And where do you generally gravitate to when it comes to that type of songwriting?
Seriously, if I just hear something that sounds neat to me, somebody could say it in a conversation, it just sounds, it could be the same old thing you've heard a bunch, but it just hits you in a certain way. You're like, I could write a whole song around that.
Right.
And I just kind of keep chasing my interest.
Okay. All right. Well, Keith, back to you. I'm curious. You seem to have a really good head on your shoulders. I love the perspective that you have in regards to everything that we're going through, and you're obviously able to pick out the positives out of what might not be the greatest situation. And so I'm really curious to ask a gentleman like yourself, what are you most grateful for?
There's a long list. Friends, family, life in general, you know. If there's anything that this should teach everybody, it's that it's a pretty delicate little, I'm gonna borrow the word, this delicate little bubble we live in. And I don't mean the bubble, I'm just saying this world, you know, it's a very fragile place. You know, my parents lived through the Depression and the Second World War. They both served in the Second World War. My dad was overseas for 6 frickin' years, man. What's this? Mm-hmm. This is like, I'm not saying I'm just saying, keep everything in perspective, always. I mean, it took me for all of my life to learn that, but it's true. It's just, it's a delicate little juggling act all the time, every day.
Right.
So we're lucky.
And if music wasn't occupying so much of your life, what else do you think maybe you'd be doing?
Hanging out with my family, getting away and riding my motorcycle whenever I could, fishing. What do you say, Brock? It's been a long time since we put a line in the water. Yeah, fishing would be great.
Sounds like a song.
He's probably got a few.
Well, thank you very much for your transparency and some great answers to those questions. I appreciate you going deep with me. And we're going to bring it over to Keith Glass once again for the first singer-songwriter circle right here, live at the library on Kempville campus.
Thank you. This is an E, and Brock and I were talking earlier, and he asked me if I would do this tune. Well, actually, I don't know if he asked me if I would do it, or did you say don't do it? Either way, I'm going to do it just because you're here and you said you'd play some on it. So it's in the key of E. Anybody's welcome to jam along. I wrote this song, strangely enough, in Cologne, Germany on tour one year, many years ago. But I was thinking about a friend of mine who's, once again, Louisiana comes up, a great Cajun accordion player named Joel Saunier. He's an old friend of mine. And I thought, he should really record this song. And he never did, but he's forgiven. Anyway, it's about a weird trip I took to Louisiana a long, long time ago. And this is just called Louisiana Rain, not the one by, wow, Tom Petty had a Louisiana Rain song, so it's not his. I did not steal it, absolutely not. No way, no freaking way, man. By the shores of Lake Pontchartrain, stopped my car in a driving rain. I was thinking about you again, and I just couldn't go on. It's not that I don't love you no more, I just knew it was time to go. And now I'm lonesome and crying so in the Louisiana rain. Sometimes I wonder what's wrong with me. Just how foolish can one man be? But baby, I was just too blind to see what a good love I had. And I know I broke the golden rule. I treated you like no one should do. But I'd rather be a fool for you than be standing here today. The wind may blow and a bough will break, love may burn and the heart will ache. I know you took all that you could take. I know I caused you some pain. I hear the music from across the bay, and Lord, I wish that I could have stayed. But I'll just wait and wash these tears away in the Louisiana rain. I've done things that I sure regret. I have known other love, and yet, darling, until the day we met, feels like I was just wasting time. And I can't think of one word to say that might turn your heart back this way. No, I guess your love has gone to stay. It's like it never was mine. The wind may blow and a bough will break, love may burn and a heart will ache. I know you took all that you could take. I know I caused you some pain. I hear the music from across the bay. Lord, I wish that I could have stayed. But I'll just wait and wash these tears away in the Louisiana rain. I'll just wait and wash these tears away in the Louisiana rain. By the shores of Lake Pontchartrain, stop my car in this driving rain. I was thinking about you. I just couldn't go on.
And that was Keith Glass live at the library on Kempville campus. Thank you very much for that tune.
Thank you. Thanks, Brock.
And why did you decide to play that one today?
He asked me to.
He
made me do it. I wouldn't have done it, but he made me do it.
Okay. And so, you usually do requests?
Only if I know them.
Right.
Or if they're wrapped in a $100 bill.
You got all
As
the
old
answers,
saying
don't
goes.
you?
You
Okay.
stick around as long as I have, you'll have them all.
Thank you very much, Keith. And now we're going to bring it back around to Julie Corrigan. Take it away.
The hardest thing I've ever had to do is to pretend that I don't love you. Night by night I sit here all alone, all the while knowing you're with someone you love at home. I'm the biggest pretender that you've ever seen. My love is like a thief in the night, I'm never coming clean. I'm the biggest pretender that you've ever known. It feels so good in my dreams, but I wake up alone. Will I go out my plans, but that don't ever end. 'Cause I always end up walking home alone, right back to the place that I wanna be, with you still in my bones. I'm the biggest pretender that you've ever seen. My love is like a thief in the night, I'm never coming clean. I'm the biggest pretender that you've ever known. It feels so good in my dreams, but I wake up alone. You can tell me to find someone new. You can tell me to find better things to do, but I just can't push it from my mind. Save it for the fight, 'cause I'm the biggest pretender that you've ever seen. My love is like a thief in the night, I'm never coming clean. I'm the biggest pretender that you've ever known. It feels so good in my dreams, but I wake up alone. But I wake up alone. But I wake up alone.
And that was Julie Corrigan.
Thank you.
Thank you. So let's dig deep on that. We're talking about the inspirations and singing from experience. And the name of that song is?
That song is called The Biggest Pretender.
Okay, who's the pretender?
Me.
Okay, and what are we pretending?
This was about, I was kind of madly in love with my guitar player.
Yes.
And the feelings were not reciprocated. And so I had to maintain a professional relationship. And also, we were pretty great friends. So I was just pretending all the time that I went over for dinner at him and his girlfriend's place. And it was very difficult to pretend not to be in love with this person.
Right.
So that's where that came from.
Oh, thank you for being so transparent. That's a great story.
Does he know? Whoever it was?
Yeah.
Does now.
I mean, we dated.
Oh, so it happened.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And then he dumped me.
No.
And then we stayed friends, so.
Right, well, that's great. That's
Yeah.
good. They say sometimes it's best to keep fantasies exactly that. But it was well worth it, yes, because you got a great song out of it.
This is true. Thank you.
All right, well, thank you, Julie. And now we're going to move it on to Brock Zeman. Please, take it away.
I'm going to do, I think this was like the third or fourth song I ever wrote. And Keith Glass produced this, my first record for me in Perth, Ontario. So hopefully you still remember Riding on the Rims. Maybe Zinny. Oh, Manitoba, you best get out of my way, 'cause I'm gonna tear across these prairies like a jailbreak. Into Alberta, I just can't slow down. Well, I ain't got no time for talking, but I'm sure I'll see you around. Should my tires blow, well, I'll just ride on the rim. There ain't nothing gonna keep me from seeing my baby again. And no, nothing's gonna slow me down. Come snow or sleet or rain, I can make it by tomorrow if I just drive through today. Honey, I'll make it by tomorrow if I just drive through today.
quit my job. Then I set this car on the road for a pair of dark brown eyes and a heart of gold. And all those back roads, it don't matter what the DJ plays, 'cause they just ain't the same without my baby sitting there next to me. And I can almost hear her singing Dylan songs out of tune. And now rainy day woman never failed to leave me blue. No, nothing's gonna slow me down, come snow, sleet, or rain. I can make it by tomorrow if I just drive through today. Honey, I'll make it by tomorrow if I just drive through today. Manitoba, you best get out of my way, 'cause I'm gonna take across these prairies like a jailbreak. In Alberta, I just can't slow down. I ain't got no time for talking, but I'm sure I'll see you around. Should my tires blow, well, I'll just ride on the rail. There ain't nothing gonna keep me from seeing my baby again. And no, nothing's gonna slow me down, come snow, sleet, or rain. I can make it by tomorrow if I just drive through today. Honey, I'll make it by tomorrow if I just drive through today. Manitoba, you best get out of my way.
Barack Zeman, getting lost right there. Live at the library on Kempville campus, the first singer-songwriter circle, and some backup vocals, and that was phenomenal harmony with Keith Glass.
It's got to be 15 years. That's
That song, Fact Fiction.
Fiction.
It's pure fiction.
Yeah.
factual fiction.
Yeah.
Factual fiction.
Thought about it, didn't do it.
Right. And why didn't you?
BC's far.
You guys are great.
Yeah, that's about it.
Now, you had mentioned previously in regards to just finding that little bit of something that you can write a song about. What was that little bit of something in that song?
Riding on the rims, actually. Like, I heard somebody say that. And actually, years later, Blair Hogan and I, my guitar player, were driving in Bracebridge, and somebody passed us in a spot where they shouldn't have been passing us. And this girl rolls down her window and yells, "Riding on the rims," and then speeds off. And we were like, we got fans here, man. This is great. And we just had a flat tire. That's a true story.
That's a fantastic story. Thank you very much, there, Brock. All right, my name is J-Man. We are live at the library on Kempville campus, and this is the first singer-songwriter circle brought to you by the Kempville Live Music Festival, and we're going to pass it back to Kimberly Sunstrum.
Thanks so much. That was great. Great story, too. Desperately trying to, like, make an autograph for her and throw it, and then you're, oh. This next song I'm going to sing is called You'll Move On. And it's actually the first song I played when I had the wonderful opportunity to perform at Kempville Live a few years ago. And I don't know, it's all kinds of nostalgic right now. This is actually, we are in my father's alma mater right now. And my aunt lives down the road, and it feels really weird not to like be in Kempville and not go to my aunt's house and eat some of her delicious food. And I remember playing this song at Kempville Live and seeing my aunt and my uncle and my parents out in the audience, and just being a really wonderful moment. So I thought I'd play it again. It's called You'll Move On.
Been running from myself, running all my life, staying on my own, so no one has to know. You keep them locked up tight, the secrets that you hold. Nobody gets too close, nobody gets the cold. I've been on my own and I can do it all again. I don't need you to hold a hand through anything. Well, you move on and you get strong. No more arguments and tears. I can find my way from here. You open up the door, just a crack, but then you slip. Let everybody see just what you're living in. And one by one they came to see what's all the fuss, bitterness and shame. They said it's all a part of us. It's all a part of us. I've been on my own and I can do it all again. I don't need you to hold a hand through anything. Well, you move on, you get strong. No more arguments and tears. I can find my way from here. And it's alright to be afraid, 'cause everybody makes mistakes. I've been on my own and I can do it all again. I don't need you to hold a hand through anything. Well, you move on and you get strong. No more arguments and tears. I can find a way from here. Been running from myself, running all my life, staying on my own, so no one has to know.
And that was Kimberly Sunstrum live at the library on Kempville campus, brought to you by the Kempville Live Music Festival. And very deep, once again.
I live in the world of deep, what can I say?
Right. And the name of that song?
It's called You'll Move On.
You'll Move On.
Yeah.
And you had mentioned kind of the routine that you go through and linking memories to playing on stage and what that has to do with you personally.
Yeah.
And I'm really curious, are there some songs that just mean more to you or you find come more naturally when you're singing in front of people opposed to just singing here?
That's a good point. I mean, there are some songs that often feel like I describe them as feeling like the heartbeat of an album or the heartbeat of a performance. You know, this particular song, ironically enough, it is actually also about a guitar player, but it was the opposite. He had feelings for me, and I did not, unfortunately. I don't know why I said unfortunately, it doesn't matter.
They can cut that out.
Yeah, you can cut that out. Yeah, so I mean, again, this just feels. That's the first song I thought of when the opportunity to do this wonderful event came up. Is that song and that moment on the stage at Kempville Live performing for my parents, and I think it was like the first. I'm pretty sure it was the first big festival that I'd ever performed in, and opening up for Gordon Lightfoot, and my dad loved Gordon Lightfoot. Just so many things. So I just wanted. It was the first song that came to mind, and I knew that I had to perform it here. So yeah.
Right. If I had one takeaway from today, it would be learn how to play guitar. And secondly, what are your influences mainly?
Ooh, that's a big question. I'm self-taught, so I spent a lot of time in a dark basement learning how to play guitar and learning how to sing. I'm not the type of person that has a favorite like band and have to listen to every single band. Every single album or a group or a person. I really obsess over specific songs and like they just kind of get me. So influences and things that influence me would be artists that I admire as well as things that I've gone through. I do pull from my surroundings when I'm writing. I do pull from what's going on in my life as well as the world, and I can't help but put that onto paper. It's the best way that I can express myself. And yeah, a lot of songs in moments that are really heavy or really positive have come out kind of like in a rush, and that's kind of my experiences in terms of inspiration. That was a long-winded question.
Okay.
You're welcome.
Now, I have a question that I want to ask all of you. It's going to be the same question, and I don't even know if I'm supposed to ask this question, but I'm going to start with you since you're right here. We're going to work our way around because we're going to be hearing from Keith next. Is there a song that you just don't like in general? Like one song that just drives you? You'll turn it off.
Ooh, that's a tough question. I feel very put on the spot. Does anybody else have like a straightaway answer?
Here's one, like just pick one. Like there must be a Spice Girls song that you really just don't dig.
Oh, excuse me. I beg to differ.
What are you talking about?
What are you talking about?
How dare
Let's
you?
go back to the influences question. I don't know. Gosh. I'll have a ponder. I'm going to think about that, and I'll come back to that.
Anyone going to step up? One song that just
I'm
you
not
can't.
going to incriminate one song. I have whole genres I don't like.
Really?
Like,
Yeah, I
not
could say that.
one song. I don't know.
I got one.
Oh.
The more I hear it, the less I like it. Happy birthday.
Hey, there's a good one. See, thinking outside the
It's
box.
starting to get old, man.
Yeah, they need to
It's
And then my
crazy.
daughter's
Add some
birthdays are
reverb.
okay, so that's cool.
It's really interesting, though, because in radio, where I spent 17 years, one of the songs that's known as being the least favorite is AC/DC and Thunderstruck, believe it or not. People say they're just so tired of hearing it over and over and over again. But as musicians, I'm sure if you've ever seen anyone or that song play anywhere, people lose their minds every time it
I could
plays.
go for some Thunderstruck right now.
Okay, so thank you very much once again. One more go around, and we're going to start it off once again with Keith Glass.
Thanks, Jay. And I want to say thank you for doing such a wonderful job setting this thing up. And Karen, everybody here, the fabulous camera crew, the sound, audio, light people, everybody. Thanks. Hang in there. It will get over someday, and we'll get back out into the real world. I wrote this song on the way to Kempville one day many, many years ago. Well, but maybe 8 years ago or something. Kind of sums up all this crap that's going down right now. I have a harmonica, and I'm not afraid to play it. Difference between a gentleman and a regular schmuck like me is a gentleman knows how to play the harmonica, but doesn't. And you'll see what I mean by that shortly. This is called A Broken Lullaby. Weeds in a graveyard, no one takes care. Leaves keep falling down. A long time forgotten, everyone there, and the silence rolls on and on. Cars on the highway, like ships on the wind, where they're headed, nobody knows. But they'll sail on one way, then they come back again. Round and round they go, just like a broken lullaby. And the world keeps rolling by. When darkness falls, when day turns to night, sing a broken lullaby. There's a creak in the floorboards, the baby's asleep. She's dreaming those innocent dreams. And the cold wind is blowing, snow all around, while winter gives way to spring. I can't say how much better tomorrow will be. It's just a story that never comes true. You've heard it before, so why listen to me? Now my darling, don't be blue, 'cause it's just a broken lullaby. Sleep, now close your eyes, 'cause daylight will come, the storm will pass by. It's just a broken lullaby. Well, I had this friend, and he said this is true. If you can cry when you're happy, you can laugh when you're blue. Now all of your good times may come to an end, but then they come around again, like a broken lullaby. Sleep, now close your eyes. The sun has gone down, the moon is on high, like a broken lullaby. The morning dew shines like a tear in your eye. Broken lullaby. Broken lullaby.
And that was Keith Glass live at the library on Kempville campus. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And we're going to move on to Julie Corrigan.
We were close to having something we've never had. Now we're close to being nothing with all this distance that we have. Oh, you call me a love, you call me a light, you call me your only arrow. Was it just a lie? Was it just a game? Now I'm walking in the straight and narrow. Why don't you fight for me, baby? Don't leave me lonely. I've had enough of waiting, and all I wanna feel is your love, your love, your love, your love, your love, oh, your love. We're so close to crashing down now. We were so high up in the air, but you never really know someone, and love and war is never fair. Oh, you call me your love, you call me your light, you call me your heart's desire. Was it just a lie? Was it just a game? Now I'm walking in your line of fire. Why don't you fight for me, baby? Don't leave me lonely. I've had enough of waiting, and all I wanna feel is your love, 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 your love. Thank you.
Thank you, Joy. Julie Corrigan, live at the library on Kempville campus, first singer-songwriter circle, and we are going to move it on to the Zeman. Brock, take it away.
I got a $50 bill smoking in my pocket. Got a $50 bill smoking in my pocket. Got a $50 bill. I'm going out on the town. I got Jim Beam burning a hole in my stomach. Jim Beam burning a hole in my stomach. Me and old Jim gonna give him hell. And if you see my girl, tell her I'm drinking over. You see my girl, tell her I'm drinking over. You see my girl, you tell her I'm doing well. And that the devil ain't got no hold on me. No, the devil ain't got no hold on me. I got the devil, I'm swinging him by the tail. I got a $50 bill smoking in my pocket. Got a $50 bill smoking in my pocket. Got a $50 bill, I'm going out on the town. When I hear those sirens, I ain't running. When I hear those sirens, I ain't running. No, I ain't running. You're gonna have to take me down. Well, I ain't never prayed and I ain't never gonna. I ain't never prayed and I ain't never gonna. Well, I ain't never prayed, I ain't starting now. This guy don't give a damn about a boy like me. No guy don't give a damn about a boy like me. No guy don't give a damn about me. I got a $50 bill smoking in my pocket. Got a $50 bill smoking in my pocket. Got a $50 bill. I'm going out on this town. When I hear those sirens, I ain't running. When I hear those sirens, I ain't running. No, I ain't running. You're gonna have to take me down. No, I ain't running. You're gonna have to take me down.
Holy crap.
Brock Zeman, tearing it down right here live at the library on Kempville campus. My name is J-Man, and we have one final performance before we call it a wrap, and we are going to end with Kimberly Sunstrum.
Thanks so much. Again, thanks so much for having this wonderful opportunity to play some music with some incredibly talented musicians. And yeah, I'm going to do one more song. It's a brand new one. It's called The Train. She grew up tall in a small town backyard. Never knew there was so much happening around. With open eyes, she let the world seep in, and just like that, the trickle turned into a douse. And all around and in between, the walls are caving in, and I'm starting to sing. Simple life just seems too thin when the bullets and the gas start rolling in. Sometimes I dream when it's all so quiet. A sleepy mind made for a quick bedtime. These restless nights are leaving me too quiet. All the thoughts are materializing. So raise your glass, so raise your fist. We're sick and tired of it is what it is right now. You're louder now than you've ever been, but next week's coming. Are you gonna fit into the crowd? And all around and in between, the walls are caving in, and I'm starting to sink. Simple life just seems too thin when the bullets and the gas start rolling in. Sometimes I dream when it's all so quiet. A sleepy mind made for a quick bedtime. Restless nights are leaving me too quiet. All the thoughts are materializing. Materializing. The train is coming and it's coming in hot. The train is coming and it's coming in hot. Woo, woo. The train is coming and it's coming in hot. Woo, woo. The train is coming and it's coming in hot. Woo, woo. The train is coming and it's coming in hot. It ain't gonna slow and it ain't gonna stop. Tie your laces up on your marks and go. It's time to run, so you better know. Ooh, ooh. All around and in between, the walls are caving in, and I'm starting to sing. A simple life just seems too thin when the bullets and the gas start rolling in. Sometimes I dream when it's all so quiet. A sleepy mind made for a quick bedtime. It's restless nights and leaving me too tired. All the thoughts are materializing. Ooh, 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 ooh. Thanks so much.
Kimberly,
Yes.
give me one more train sound.
Woo woo!
I love it. Kimberly Sunstrum right here at the first Singer-Songwriter Circle, and most definitely not going to be our last, so thank you very much for being here. Also have Brock Zeman, Julie Corrigan, and Keith Glass doing a lot of the legwork here for everybody as well. Thank you very much for being here. And I'm telling you, this is an absolutely stunning venue. I'd like to say thank you to Karen and Bob as well, the Kempville Live Music Festival staff, and of course the library right here on Kempville campus. I would come back here for a show anytime, most definitely for you four. Thank you very much for being here. My name is J-Man, a.k.a. Jace Matrunik. Take care, be well, and love simply because you can. Good?